Hey Mad Hustlers, sorry about that, we're having some technical difficulties. So we're gonna wait a minute for people to start joining. And I'll tell you a little bit about me just while we're waiting. So my name is Robin Constantopoulos. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a superstar director from Ontario, Canada. And 9 years ago, my husband broke his back. That would leave him unable to work for the rest of his life. And then we found out that we had 2 autistic kids. And then I found out that I had Lyme disease. So I can tell you that our topic today resonates with me because I know a little bit about fear. But let's not talk about me, let's talk about you. So if you're just coming on right now, I want you to go into the chat box and I want you to type in if any of these things resonate with you. So I want you to type the word yes if any of these things resonate with you, okay? Have you ever stopped yourself from giving out samples to anyone? Ever stopped yourself? You know you have. Have you ever stopped yourself from posting on Facebook? Ever held back at any time? You know you have. Have you ever held back from picking up the phone? Like actually picking up the phone and doing follow-up with people? What about doing a party? Have you ever stopped yourself from doing a party? Type the word yes in the chat if you've ever stopped yourself. Okay, last one. Type the word yes in the chat if you've ever stopped yourself from asking someone to join your team. What are all these examples of, you guys? These are all examples of fear. They're all examples of fear. So what I want you to do is look through the chat and you'll see that there's a lot of people typing yes because we all have these types of fears. Every single person in this group, every single consultant has these types of fears. So the question then becomes, how do we deal with fear? Are you, I love my props. Are you the deer in the headlights? Or are you the type that has the emotional meltdown? Because I know a lot of people, they just go in a corner and they just break down. Or are you the type of person that finds resources? Like you dig in and you're like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go find these resources. This is what I have and I'm going to tackle it. Okay, into the chat box again. I want you guys to tell me what some of the reasons are why people say they can't work their business. Into the chat. I want to see them coming up. I'm going to start reading some while I'm waiting. How about no time? I don't have enough time. What about my friends won't buy? Is that a good one? Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, keep them coming. Reasons why people don't want to buy. I don't want to push people. Yep, too busy. That's a good one too. Yep. I don't know enough people. Billy, that's a great one. I'm not a salesperson. Michelle, I love that one. That's a really good one. Too many people selling. Oh my gosh, that is like one of my favorites. There's too many people selling. Too many consultants. I've asked everyone, right? Have you really asked everyone? Everyone else is better than me. That's an interesting one, isn't it? What are all these examples of, guys? They're all examples of excuses. Kind of hard to stay motivated when you think that way, right? It's really hard to keep up that energy, to keep up that vibe when you're thinking in this mindset, with this perception. Ever ask yourself why you feel like that? You know, when we were at leadership last year, they had someone that came and her name was Amanda Gore. And she talked about how she had been abused as a child, like severely abused as a child, and had no idea until later on in life. And when she started to piece things together and put it all together. And what she discovered was that our minds are like computers, and that computers have operating systems. And if we operate the computer, then we can work with the operating system. But the thing is that if we program the computer a certain way, if we put the operating system on a certain way, then everything else going forward builds from that. And then we spend the rest of our lives building on an operating system that made sense years ago but doesn't make sense anymore. And it changes who we're supposed to be. I'll give you an example. My parents, when I was 5 years old, they divorced. It was nasty. My dad was excessively abusive. He was a chronic alcoholic. It was not a nice scene. And they put me right in the middle. And so I was constantly trying to make my mom happy, and then I was constantly trying to make my dad happy. And then no matter where I went, I was always trying to make everyone happy. And so at that time in my life, I got an operating system that told me that I had to make everyone happy at 5 years old. And then I spent the whole rest of my life building off of that operating system. Okay, in the chat. Everybody got your chat? Any people pleasers in here? Type the word yes if you're a people pleaser. I'm going to give you a second. Right? People pleasers? Put your hand up. I know you're there. Right? Put your hand up or say the word yes if you were ever picked on in school. Or if the teacher didn't like you. Or here's a good one. You're the black sheep of the family. Right? Right? Right. So at some point, you got an operating system that for whatever reason you needed at that point in time, and then you built the rest of your life based off of that operating system. How's that working out for you? How about this? Tell me if this resonates with you. Can you read that? I don't know if it's backwards or not. It says not good enough. How about this one? I'm a failure. What about this one? I can't do it. This resonating with people? Guys, this isn't just about Sensi, this is about your whole entire life. But the best thing about computers is that they can be reprogrammed, right? You can always get a new operating system. And suddenly all of those things that you were afraid to do before, remember all those excuses that we had earlier? All those things that seemed to have validity before no longer have validity. Why? Because it doesn't matter what anybody thinks of you. It doesn't matter. So what can we do? We can adopt a problem solver mindset. Right? This is all perception. Adopt a problem solver mindset. Get a piece of paper, write this down. Remember our excuses from earlier. When you do a power hour, everybody knows what a power hour is, right? Everybody knows what that is. Which are the tasks that you do last? Write them down real quick. What are the stuff that you do the last thing? Is it asking someone to join your team? I bet you it is. It always is, right? That's like the hardest one. follow up. Write it down. I want you to write down these words. I believe I can do this because, and I want you to finish the sentence. I'm going to give you another sentence, and I want you to finish that. Got that one? So I believe I can do this because. Now the next one is, I will learn how to. What will you learn how to do? I love that, Wanda. So how does all this relate to what's going on around us right now? Besides the fact that we all have fear and that we all are terrified of a lot of things and that we all have operating systems that don't necessarily work the way they should, and maybe we need to switch our perception by changing our operating system. How does that fit with what's going on right now? Because crisis exaggerates everything, you guys. It takes the positive and makes it more positive. It takes the negative and it makes it more negative. But what we know is that Sensi has been down this road before. I've been down this road with Sensi before. In fact, I've been with Sensi 8 years this August. And we've seen all kinds of things. We've seen anthrax, West Nile, bird flu, swine flu, I got it written down here, E. coli, right? Like all of these things. Sensi's been through 9/11, recessions. Guys, this too shall pass. The one thing all of these things had in common is that after every crisis, we did something different. Whether it was we learned how to wash our hands more, or we covered our mouths more, or we stayed away from people that were sneezing, or whatever it was, things were never the same again. They always changed. And so, like even now, if you think about it, like even the kids now are learning how to go to school online, right? Like the younger kids are learning how to go to school online because we don't have a choice. The world is never going to be the same again. So what we need to remember is that we got through it every single time. Nothing has changed. Who knows how long this is going to last? We have no idea. We've gone from 3 weeks to 6 weeks to 8 weeks to 10 weeks. Like we're hearing from Great Britain up to 6 months. Like there's all kinds of things that are being said about how long this is going to last. But it's our perspective that's going to get us through. And yes, we're going to have to do things differently. Yes, social distancing is definitely impacting the way we do our business, but we can adapt. And it's your perspective that's going to determine how you adapt. Perspective will determine how you adapt. If you think back to all the things that went wrong in your life, all the things that have ever gone bad in your life. Sorry, people are texting me. Think about all those things that have ever gone wrong. Think about all the rotten, bad things that have ever happened. Everybody's gone through crisis. We've all been through things, right? What happened afterwards? You got stronger. You learned. And it made you who you are. That's the type of willpower that's going to take you through this. That's the type of willpower that's going to take you through this crisis. That's the type of willpower that's going to keep your business going. And it's also going to be the willpower that's going to help you face your fears. It's going to help you go live. It's going to help you to do things that you couldn't do before, that you couldn't help yourself through before. Like asking someone to do a text party, or asking someone to book a Facebook party, or learning how to use new programs, right? We need to start getting comfortable with all of this stuff to some capacity. Online sessions are just as effective as face-to-face sessions if you make them that way. You can have fun in a Facebook party. It doesn't have to be monotonous. Learning to communicate better on social media is going to be key for everybody. But the good news is we're all in this together, right? It's your perspective that's going to determine what will happen with your business. Think about it. When this is over, people are actually going to want to party. Like, people are going to be calling you to book parties. Can you believe that? They'll be calling you to book parties because they're going to want to socialize because they've been kept cooped up in the house for so long. You're going to have so many online orders because people are now used to ordering online. You're going to have a larger customer base. You're going to have more PRV coming in regularly that you didn't have to go and do a party to get. You're going to have consistent PRV every single month because now you're going to have systems in place. Right? There's good that can come out of this if your perspective is right. Albert Einstein said, in the middle of difficulty lies opportunity. When you can choose to feed your fear or you can choose to feed your focus. We are all going through this together. We're all doing it at the same time. We can all learn together. This is an opportunity to discover what you can do, how much you can learn, how much you can grow. It's an opportunity for you to discover who you can become. Some people have had to work full-time jobs and are now at home not able to work their full-time job and are now turning to Sensi to do it full-time. And who knows what they're going to discover. God knows, I never imagined in a million years I was working in government. I never imagined in a million years that I'd end up as a superstar director. I never imagined I'd be doing live videos talking to people like you. That was the farthest thing from my mind. But crisis changes our perception. Crisis changes how we look at things. And God knows that it's hard rewiring our brain to know what to do amidst the chaos, right? So we've talked already about getting a new operating system, but what about getting a new operating system to work, not just to work your business, but also to now run your life? Because now we have to work within the chaos, right? Our husbands are home, our kids are home, our routines are out of whack, right? That's a whole other piece in itself. But the beauty is that we can start eliminating all of the things that don't make sense and just sticking to the things that are essential, because that is how we are going to be operating our lives, and that is how we will be operating our business, and that is what is going to take your business into this new norm. This is a new norm. It's not going away. So we need to find a way now to take that path together. We need to get control of that chaos so that we can take action. So now I'm going to give you a bunch of things that you can do. You can write them down. 6 things that you can that'll help you to focus on, to help to kind of get you back on track. The first one, expanding. I'm just going to take a look at my notes here, sorry. Expanding your social media presence, friending people on Facebook. Go join some other groups, you guys. Like, if you have a dog, go join a dog group on Facebook. If you like to drink wine, go drink wine. Go join a Facebook group that has people drinking wine. These are guys, you guys have things in common with all of these people. You can make relationships with new people without being face-to-face with them. Referrals are everything. But sometimes it's hard to get them, right? We all have those little love brag tag. Everybody's got that going on, but nobody really gets a lot out of it. But there's a big difference when you ask somebody in a private message, hey, I'm trying to expand my network. How would you feel about posting a picture of your new warmer on your profile and tagging me? Complete different, notifications. Completely different thing, right? All of a sudden, you're going to have people that don't mind tagging you on Facebook. You're going to have a whole bunch of people that are like, wow, yeah, I can help you expand your network. Sure, I can do that. Right? You can do that. Online orders. Guys, online orders, right? If you don't ask, and it's the truest thing. If you don't ask, you're never going to know. It's so true. Online orders. Encourage everybody to be shopping online. Like, open up a party link. It can stay open for 90 days. Our company is so generous that way. Then you can use those rewards to flip somebody. You could use those rewards to build up your stock for giving thank yous to people that order online. You can use the host rewards for your Facebook parties, for doing prizes. Like, there's so many different things that you can do with those rewards if you just get people shopping from links. And what about flipping someone that can't afford to join? Hello, right? Facebook parties. If you love to party, then a 30-minute Facebook party is something you need to invest some time into learning how to do. 30 minutes, that's it. In, out, lots of fun. You learn how to do a video. Start doing videos of yourself. There's nothing stopping you from making a video of the new catalog, like kind of like a catalog walk in a miniature form, right? So this is the new diffuser, this is the new scents, this is the new this is the new that. You can make 4 or 5 different videos, and they could all be 30 seconds long or 1 minute long. And then every time you do a Facebook party, you just upload the video. Done. You don't have to go live every single time. You just upload that little video, boom, you did it. That one day you spent to do your hair and do your makeup, it all paid off because now you've got these videos that'll serve you for the whole catalog. Right? It works. The new norm is going to be different. Yes, it's going to be scary. Yes, we need to face our fears. Yes, we need to figure out what our programming looks like. But if we don't start to sit back and take a look at what does my programming look like now? And is it stopping me from doing the things that I need to do to move forward in this new norm? And if it is, you need to identify those things and start getting rid of some of them. Start letting some things go. And I know that it's a lot easier said than done, but if you already know that it's an operating system that's got you not facing your fears, then it's a lot easier to face your fears when you know that. Because really, you've just been programmed to do something or not to do something, right? Consistency. Guys, consistency is key. You've got to get consistency and get those routines in place. Getting your daily and monthly routines, right? On the first of the month, you're sending out your LTO newsletters to all of your customers, right? 15th of the month, Sensi's going to follow up with their newsletter. At the end of the month, you're checking your drill down. Who clicked on those links? Who went in and looked at them? Who clicked on that warmer 4 times? They're the people that are going to do a Facebook party for you because they probably can't afford to buy it for themselves. So why not give it to them for free, right? Systems. Think about your systems. You don't have to do thank yous every single day of the month, guys. You can do your thank yous one day of the month. One day. You don't have to do them every second day. You don't have to kill yourself doing mail outs every 4 days of the month. All those things that are floating around, put them into a system. Do them one day a month. That's it. That's the day. And then guess what? The rest of the month, you don't have to be stressed out about it either, right? Because you know you have a plan. You got a system. You got a routine. Last couple of things I want to talk to you about. Google Sheets is something that you can use anywhere. If you're not using Amy for whatever reason, Amy is like the bomb, I gotta say. It's great. But if you're not using Amy for whatever reason for your follow-up, use your Google Sheets, right? Google Sheets app lets you zoom in, zoom out. It's got lots of functionality. You can track name, address, phone number, and the best thing is it goes everywhere with you. It's in your phone, everywhere you go. It's in your laptop. It's in the cloud. It's safe, and nothing happens to that information. Google Keep can help you keep track of all of your daily tasks. I use Google Keep for everything. Like I literally use it for tracking everything because I can pin it, I can change colors, I can do checklists, and it helps me get through my day to make sure things are actually getting done. PicMonkey, Canva, PicTapGo. These are apps that you can use that are really super easy, and they'll help you get through your flyers, and they'll help you get through all of your making your pictures pretty and learning how to do a setup, right? All of that stuff. Getting organized with your life and your business is probably not what you had planned right now. And it's not what I had planned. I know that because I kind of got my system going, right? But guess what? That system doesn't work anymore because now I got a husband in the garage and I got 2 kids that are locked upstairs. And I'm just kidding. So I can do this video. I don't know why they're so quiet, but I'm taking it. Really think about your perception, why you think that way, your mindset, why are things the way they are. Think about the people you allow around you in this time. Surround yourself with people that lift you up, and really think about, how do I take my business to the next level given all of this that I've just told you. I hope this helps you guys. If you have any questions, put them in the comments and I'll answer them after the video. Okay, bye guys.